What's up, everybody? It's Oshrilkal, aka Ashi, and I'm here with Captain Steve.
Captain Steve-O, how you doing, guys?
I never get that right.
No, you don't.
I never get that
I
right.
keep thinking you're doing it on purpose.
You can call me Ashi for short, and we're playing Dead Island.
For the first time in, what was it, 2 months now?
Very, very long time.
Yeah,
but we're gonna change it up a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, as soon as I figure out what the kill monster button is, then yeah.
There's a guy on here.
Oh, there's a guy up here. I see
guys,
shadows. That's a fan, never mind. Where'd you go?
We forgot the sprint. I lit myself on fire. My computer almost died trying to record this. We've had lots of issues today.
And it's been like 20 minutes.
It's been a good while. But we're going to change up how we exactly do this. So it's going to be in short segments like we planned. And we're also going to talk about other things rather than...
What the... Oh, okay, sorry. Whoa!
We're going to talk about other things rather than Dead Island itself. So we're going to talk about gaming and other games we're playing, what's going on with our channels,
I
all
just
that kind
pooped
of stuff.
myself. That's
I'm
scary.
out of stamina and everything like that. So, what's been up with you and your channel?
Well, I've been working on my adventures with Kleborf the Retard, traveling through Skyrim. I found the Wabbajack. That was fun.
I have heard of this Wabbajack, and I definitely want to do a video on it. I definitely want to find it. So, why don't you tell people what the Wabbajack is?
The Wabbajack is a weapon that you get from doing the Sheogorath quest. What the hell city was he in now? It's the same city that you start your Imperial Legion quest on.
Solitude?
Solitude, yes. And just some guy randomly came up to me in the street and he's like, hey, can you help me get back with my master? And I was like, alright, sure, whatever. I like helping people.
So he wants to get back with this was it a little boy?
No, it was like some...
Was he going in the street going, where's my Sandusky at? You know?
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
No.
You don't know who Sandusky is?
I don't know who Sandusky is. Should I?
Wow. He's really... Okay, if you don't know, Captain Steve actually lives out in the East, so you might not know who Sandusky is. The coach guy that, like, is like 40...
Oh,
40
from
things,
the college football thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Penn State, I don't know. American college. So you got the Wabbajack, and what does it do?
It just does random effects to monsters, enemies, whatever you want to call them. I've turned a wolf, or I've turned a bandit into a chicken, and I was able to turn a wolf into a sweet roll.
Sweet roll. So does it do any damage?
Like it does do like random spells, explosive, lightning, fire, ice, whatever that will do damage. But like if it transforms them, it doesn't do any damage. It just like transforms them into something that usually doesn't hurt you. Although there's been times when it transformed it into like a demon, and the demon chases me, and the demon was actually more powerful than whatever it was I was attacking in the first place.
Oh, so it's got a little bit of a, you know, counter effect to it.
Yeah.
It could backfire on you.
Oh,
it
yeah.
reminds me of World of Warcraft with the gnome engineering. Or, if you don't know what exactly I'm talking about, basically the engineering is kind of like a silly profession, and that everything that you used could have like a huge benefit. So like one of them was like you could transport around the world and stuff like that, and that's really useful. It's like a second like kind of like transport around the world. But sometimes it would transport you into like a random location in the middle of a pit. It would kill you.
Oh, personal ID number 50. Sorry. Just found. I get
What'd
excited.
you say? Oh, is it on the wall?
It's on that little clipboard thing.
Alright, we got one.
Yeah. Sorry, I get excited. If anyone's like looking to collect those, there's one right there.
Okay, well I'm waiting for you.
Well, you're going the wrong way though.
Am I?
We have a radar.
I'm totally not paying attention. So you got the Wabbajack, and I saw the quest on your channel, and that looks like a pretty damn.
Oh shit!
heavy
Exploder
tree.
guy. Sorry.
You know what?
It was fun. It was definitely interesting. The quest line wasn't like really hard, but it was entertaining. And I recommend people doing it just for the humor value in it.
I've come across a couple of like unique locations in Skyrim. Most notably, I found a maze in Skyrim.
You found a what?
A maze. So it's like this. You get these 4 staffs. It's like the 4 magic schools.
Okay.
And then you gotta open it up in the right way, and there's like a little riddle behind it, and there's a unique item at the end.
Oh, I haven't found that yet. That sounds cool.
It's also one of the locations there is for a shout.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shouts.
Yeah, there's just a lot of shouts, a lot of fun ones too. Have you pushed anybody off a cliff yet?
I've done that on several occasions, yeah.
Have frozen them solid into ice and then pushed them off a cliff?
No, I've slowed down time though.
Ooh, I don't have
And
that.
then watched them fall in slow-mo.
That.
And another
I can
personal
see
ID
that.
card on the desk here.
I picked it up. I think this room is good. Yeah, there's just tons of things in that game that it's just I want to do.
It's just
like,
hard
constantly.
to get bored.
Do you know how much time you put into the game?
At least over 100 hours.
I put in 120 to 8. That is actually more than BF3.
And I've seen your BF3 ranking. It's pretty high.
I'm not like globally ranked, but
Hey, I
have...
could use a little help from this guy that was punching me in the back of the head.
I'm trying to open this door.
Oh.
You know what? That's a bad door to open. Holy shit!
I'm not ammo.
Stick out. I got the dual lifesavers going on here. Alright, kick his head in. What is he wearing? A helmet?
Yeah, but I stepped on the helmet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ah! Oh, you just... Why are you... Oh. Why would you?
I have nothing.
Ah, and I'm on fire again.
You know what? He's on fire now. See?
Oh.
See, I'm dying. I'm gonna die. Are you dead?
Me? No, I'm standing here. I'm close though. Oh, you took that. I was totally gonna steal that.
Yeah, I'm on the brink of death right now.
I'm going back in here. I think there was one on the table or something.
I am on the brink of death. So what do you got planned for the future for your channel? So you're gonna be putting this up.
Yeah.
You got Skyrim going on.
Yeah. Beyond that, haven't really made any huge plans.
You got your keyboard series going on?
No, I mean, like I've got like a bunch of real life stuff that I'm like kind of cranking out too, right? So, but I don't know. I was thinking maybe next big purchase might be Saints Row the Third. I've seen some people play that. That looks like a lot of fun.
I was definitely planning on getting that for Christmas. It's either that or I don't know. What else is a game out there right now that's worth mentioning that I do not own? Because I have pretty much every game that's come out except for Saints Row.
You want to get
A
Modern
lot
Warfare?
of people are saying that that's the game of the year.
What do we
Like they're
have
saying it.
here?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're saying that. Well, a lot of people say Skyrim, but Saints Row 3 is up there. I mean, and at first I was like, that's silly. You know, I kind of like the idea of a more, you know, like...
It's like a light-hearted Grand Theft Auto, really.
I like a heavy-hearted Grand Theft Auto. You know, I like a serious one.
Well, Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out in, like, the summer.
And that trailer brought up some real-life issues, you know? Even in a funny sense. You know there's going to be comedy involved with any Grand Theft Auto, but it's talking about, you know, the economic crisis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be another serious game out of Grand Theft Auto. And a lot of people don't like that, which is weird to me, because I definitely love it. Brings that serious gameplay to me, and I love open world games. I mean, that's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the co-ops. Like you were saying in your Skyrim montage there, just co-op games in general, just it makes them more fun, I find, when you can like actually partner up with somebody to tackle something like that.
Well, it's games like this that like make my day, like
Yeah.
make my year.
I
You know what
had
I'm talking
so
about?
much fun with Borderlands and cannot wait for Borderlands 2.
I actually never picked up Borderlands.
Oh, you are giving yourself a great disservice by not
But
playing
at
that
the
game.
same time, I was like, it looks silly to me, and it always comes down to like that silliness. Now, if like Fallout, like we're talking about my Skyrim Online, where I was like, this game should have had online first off, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that like if Fallout and Skyrim had multiplayer co-op or anything like that, it feels like I needed. It feels like that would be an instant like hit.
I don't know how you would be able to do a Fallout or yeah, like Fallout or even Oblivion multiplayer, because like you'd have to build co-op specific quests, really.
Well, I guess you could like the way it would work in like World of Warcraft and stuff like that is like you pick up the quest, the same guy picks up the quest, you do the quest together. I mean, in the end, the guy dies unless you hit him. Like, there's a lot of things that mod has to work out. There's a lot of things that mod has to work out. Things like the quest NPs, things like that. I mean, like, if this is running off a server, everything like that has to be tracked. Everything has to be added individually. Like, there's so many things that go into making a multiplayer game. And I couldn't even imagine the amount of stuff that you have to think of making a single player game a multiplayer game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. How they did it with Borderlands, like you just end up fighting more enemies and they're stronger. So like if you're doing a quest on your own, there's like say 30 guys between you and your quest objective, and they're like level 10 or something. If you're doing it with like somebody else, they're level 35, and there's, you know what I mean? Like they up the level, they up the amount, and it made it still challenging, but not hard, and not too easy either.
So it would kind of scale into the average of the
yeah.
one. Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's. I don't know if that's something they can even do in Skyrim. Like, there's a lot of things that game just doesn't have support for multiplayer. So there's a lot of things that guy, and I think it is only one guy doing it. Have you been to his website? It's like a personal blog that turned into like a download place for his like mod. But he's doing a lot of changes to it, and it looks like he's kind of involved in it. He's really got his work cut out for him, I gotta say. I feel like we're going backwards here.
I don't know, man. I'm following the radar.
I feel like I've been here before.
All the sewers really look the same. There's a bunch of different sewers, right?
So what was your game of the year?
I was a big fan of Portal 2.
You watched the IGAs, the VGAs?
No, actually,
like
I hadn't gotten around to watching any of those.
Well, see, okay, then you don't have you haven't really. So I'm not gonna mention who won or anything like that. So,
Spoiler alert.
What was your favorite multiplayer game of the year? I mean, you got. I know you're not into shooters or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just died. Well, yeah. Like again, I say the Portal 2 co-op was a hell of a lot of fun. Gears of War 3 was pretty good. I did play that a bit.
I have to say that even though I'm not a big fan of Gears and everything like that, and I wasn't too into the multiplayer, I can understand why I would choose that as my game of the year for multiplayer. Even though I'm a big Battlefield 3 fan and there's like no Gears of War on my channel, that is a game that deserves something like a multiplayer game of the year.
Right.
I mean, they had it all, right? I mean, they had the dedicated servers on the multiplayer. They had the co-op modes. And there was a unique co-op mode. It wasn't just put you on the map, and it wasn't just, oh, here's a single player with an extra player, which they did have also. They had beast mode, they had horde mode, they had the four-man co-op, they had the multiplayer ranking up and everything like that. I mean, they really had it all. They brought it.
I really enjoyed the beast and the horde mode playing with my buddy.
I played horde mode a hell of a lot more than I played the multiplayer. Definitely. And they're one of the I think they were the first to do that sort of like survival mode, right?
As far as I know.
I think they were. This guy.
I mean, they had that. I think they have like a survival mode in Modern Warfare 3 too, but it's basically just zombie mode without zombies, isn't it?
Don't even get me started. When it comes to Modern Warfare 3, you know, they fucked up. They're 2 years behind the trend when it comes to multiplayer online. That's my idea when it comes to BF3. Sorry, MW3. You gotta have dedicated servers. You gotta have an extensive co-op. You have to have the single player co-op, and I rag on BF3 for it too. I think their co-op this time around wasn't worth it. I mean, 6 missions. It seems like they're not gonna add any more DLC. They didn't add any more with Back to Karkin. Their single player didn't have co-op or anything like that. I mean, both single players were about 4.5 hours long.
Yeah, they kind of just concentrated more on their multiplayer deathmatch stuff, basically. I guess they realized that's
really
what most people
and
get the game
unfortunately, for MW3 and Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, they just didn't concentrate on the multiplayer aspect. Because if you're gonna bring that like important multiplayer game and everything like that, and then you don't have dedicated servers on it, you look like a joke. I mean, you really do. So really, when it comes down to it, my multiplayer game of the year, the one of the shooters, it's really Uzi War. As for game of the year for me, it's definitely Skyrim. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I played more of that game than anything in the past month than I have all year. I mean, that just tells you something. I mean, that busted.
I was actually kind of disappointed with LA Noire. I was hoping it was going to be better than it was.
I played the shit out of that game. There's 30 hours of footage on my channel.
Oh, I know.
So
I was, I enjoyed it. I just thought that it was going to be a lot more than what it was. It felt short. At the end, it kind of felt like the story kind of fell apart for me.
One of the things that I think that game needed was multiplayer, and I think it needed to be. I think it needed to take itself a little bit less serious. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't shoot anybody, you couldn't hit anybody. I mean, I can't be alone on this. I mean, a lot of people like compare that game to just a $60 movie experience,
Yeah, it just the whole thing played like a movie. It was very linear. There wasn't a whole lot of go around and exploring like Grand Theft Auto games have and stuff like that. There weren't a bunch of side missions you could do and all that. It was just very point to point to point to point.
But you can give it that it had maybe one of the best stories of the year.
The story was alright.
I mean, it was okay. The cases and everything like that, they're like real life cases, right? So they're taken out of newspapers. So you can't really get anything. You can't really say, oh, it wasn't realistic or anything like that, or it wasn't.
But like the whole thing of like the ex-army buddies and like getting involved with all his drugs and stuff, and it seemed.
I don't know if that was a real story. Yeah. I'm not too sure about that.
And then how he. I don't know, like the character of Phelps just kind of got weird at the end there.
How they put it all together, I really liked, but I do agree, like the overall story with Phelps felt a little weird. Throw something at this guy, please.
There we go. I spiked him with a couple things.
He's not on the ground.
Oh, my weapon's back.
Alright, let's keep going. So, your game of the year is Portal 2.
Yeah, I mean, Skyrim is sick, but I like Portal 2 a little bit better, that's all.
Mine's definitely Skyrim. I mean, there's no doubt, I can't deny it. I gotta give it what it deserves. Absolutely. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. There's a big bloater thing. I forget what they're all called.
I don't know. What were they called in Left 4 Dead? Boomers or something?
I think they're boomers.
Alright, we'll just call them that then. Oh, nice.
Oh, I
smoked
broke my
that guy.
weapon.
I'm just throwing everything I have at him.
I remember, what was it, B? Bam. Oh, no, I put the brass knuckles on.
How do I rage again? Do you know? I can't even remember now.
You hold B down. I just threw my weapon away.
I'm going.
So I think this is good for a video. I think this is good for an episode. What do you think?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright.
I gotta take all my sharp objects out of his ass, but yeah, okay.
Alright.
I don't even know what it was that we're supposed to be doing. I'm just following the dotted line on the radar.
It's basically backdrop, so.
We still got like another 250 meters to go. Oh, another big dude. Two of them?
I stopped recording. It's just
Are they
backdrop.
thugs or are they just regular guys? Oh, they're just regular guys.
I still died though.
I can't even do anything to save you. Oh, you're like just down the hall. It's fine. I like how it's got tape in the middle randomly. It looks like you should be like holding it in the middle and using it like a double-bladed lightsaber or something, but no, you just got the one end grab here.
Did you hear about that kid that like went to like a mall or something?
No?
With his lightsabers and he attacked people?
Really?
I knew there were blue ones too, so he was a good guy.
Just lost his mind.
So fat. You know what I picture?
He's straight down the dark side, man.